Chicago. It's me, Jedidiah. And I just really, I wanted to get on here one last time and I wanted to talk to you. I'm in a place that say black people don't get. They say black people don't get in this place, but man, I'm here. I've always loved this city. And I love my family. I love everybody. And I'm so sorry. But it's over. I can't recover from this. I can't. It's over. I can't even recover. My name will be dirt, regardless. But I say this. I already knew that the greatest human being in the world, that I didn't want to not call me so I can talk to the people that's on here. But listen to me. I'll say this. I never ever sold out the people of Chicago. I never compromised. And I fought with everything in me. And nobody knows about how many calls that I've gotten from young people. And I've done everything that I could to help. But when I was too busy trying to help the world, I had a little boy that God trusted me with. And he took his life because I was not there for him like I should have been. And the last thing that he said was that I would not talk to him and that something was wrong. And then the next thing, he was dead. And I'm responsible. I never ever went in any meeting with Rahm Emanuel, and I never bargained or I never compromised. I always fought for what I believed in. Even when y'all beat me up, I knew that I never ever compromised. When people wouldn't help me, when they would not show up, I reached out to Pastor Hannah. I reached out to all the pastors in Chicago, and they never would help me with anything in this city. And to watch people, and they don't know. What y'all don't know is I lost everything after Mount Greenwood. I lost everything. And I couldn't say anything because y'all wanted me to be so fucking strong. Y'all wanted me to be without flaw, without blemish. Y'all didn't. I got tired of fighting for black people and then having to fight them right after. Well, guess what? It's over. It's over. And I don't know what suicide does, but my kid committed suicide because of me. And I deserve to be exactly where he's at. And you all got this wrong. You got this wrong.
In Nassau, Paradise Island.
Because you attack the people. You attack the people who shouldn't be attacked. You attack the ones who really care, like Pastor Corey Brooks. Yeah, the man went Republican. But do y'all know that's the only one? That's the only one out there helping the young guys in the streets. No other pastor's doing it like Corey Brooks is doing it. His church is open. You mean to tell me that I gotta beg y'all to give $1 fucking so we can change lives? Mama, I'm so sorry. And I love you. I want my family to understand that I love you. And I feel like God has failed me. God has failed us. And I just wanted to please God, man. I just wanted God to be pleased with me. And I just wanted the city to get better. And it didn't happen. Everybody I believed in, they're dead. I could never recover from this. It's over for me. And it's okay. That's when my kid died. Lake Michigan. For y'all, Chicago, my kid died for y'all. I wasn't there for him because I was trying to be there for y'all. I was trying to be there for y'all. He's gone. Oh, God. I don't care anymore. It's all right. Y'all got it wrong. Y'all got it wrong. You got it wrong. You got it wrong. Y'all attack the people who really do care about y'all. And you support the ones who couldn't give a fucking care less. I don't know what it felt like to be a kid because my entire youth was for y'all. I gave it for y'all. I marched. Every relationship I had, I lost it because I was too busy fighting for y'all. Really. And I've only lost because of y'all. I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry, Mom. And all these church people, y'all in there shouting, right? You shouting, right? Look, 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 I'm one of y'all. I'm one of the church people, look. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They getting ready. I'm so sorry to all the people that's been evacuated right now. I'm sorry. Before I do this, and I mean, okay, the police are here, it's over, it's fucking over. Y'all will never even respect me after this, right? Of course not. It's all right. I just want to say this. I hate Rahm Emanuel. I hate every politician that we have. The only reason why I met with them and the only reason why I tried to work with them is because I grew up hearing that you're supposed to respect your elders. I got sick calling my phone. Stop calling me. I'm not going to answer. But I got sick and you guys didn't even follow through on me. Y'all didn't even know how sick I got. I was expecting to be dead. I was expecting to die. Would y'all stop calling me, please? It's a wrap. I made up my mind. Stop calling my phone. Listen to me. Just listen to me. Fucking over. Wow. It's wow. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get this out. If you don't stop calling me, I'm just gonna do it. I'm trying to tell you guys some stuff. Stop fucking calling my phone, okay? Stop calling my phone. Just stop fucking calling me. Listen. I never would y'all stop fucking calling me so I can talk to you guys. I never ever sold us out. I never tried to. I never wanted to. I've never gotten paid to do any of the activism. I always did it because I believed it was the right thing to do. And I've watched y'all beat up people. Y'all won't let me get this out, huh? Y'all just won't let me get this out. Ugh. So the police are here. Fuck it. Just listen to me, y'all. Oh, fuck. They won't stop fucking calling my phone. Just know this, Chicago, I love you. I really do love you. I really do love you, okay? I love every single one of you guys. And all of you all that are on the front lines, I want y'all to know that I appreciate y'all for what y'all have done for all of us. Mama, I'm so sorry to you. I'm so sorry to you. To my family, I'm sorry for this embarrassment. And to the city, I'm sorry for the disappointment. To the church, fuck you. To politicians, fuck you. It's all right. I love y'all. Chicago, I love you.
The arena. Tonight's rally will be postponed until another day.
Inside the venue, pandemonium. And in one indelible moment, a young activist named Jedidiah Brown rushed the empty stage. He told us about that day at a town hall we held in Chicago.
We saw what Donald Trump's campaign was doing all across the country. We seen black bodies being pushed around. We saw people getting punched in the face. And I didn't shut down his rally. Chicago did. We shut it down. We was not going to allow Donald Trump's campaign to come in our city and be unchallenged, and we stopped it. There are a lot of people in this room that do a lot of great work on the ground that have the heartbeat of this neighborhood.
Jedidiah Brown met me again last month in Chicago. We got a chance to talk about the town hall and what came after.
That is probably the first time a lot of us have been in the same space together. All the different advocates and perspectives, all the people who are frustrated, all the people who are fighting for causes and fighting each other in causes, we're all in the same space. It was intense.
There was also just a lot of palpable trauma in that room. People really have been through it. I mean, people have lost people close to them. They're survivors themselves. There's a lot of that.
Absolutely, and I'm no stranger to the realities of depression or PTSD. A lot of the times you're dealing with your own need to survive in this environment, and then you have to, as an advocate, I'm responding to death and crisis and poverty and pain every single day. You kind of go on autopilot, but it affects you. There's no way that you'll see the amount of death in a city and not be affected. And one of the biggest things for that town hall is that it finally gave the everyday Chicagoans a voice. People were starved to get it out.
That's a really
It's a
well
cry
said.
for help. That was a room full of people crying for help.
3 days after the town hall, Jedidiah Brown himself was crying for help.
Every relationship I had, I lost it because I was too busy fighting for y'all. Really. And I've only lost because of y'all. Forgive me, Lord. I'm so sorry.
This is my first time looking at Lake Michigan in this very spot since that day. I drove my car right down to the side of where land ends, and I sat there contemplating taking my life and driving into that lake. I had my foot on the brake, the car in drive, and my gun in my hand. My intent was to shoot and be in that lake.
And the police came.
Police came. And they had these two militarized police vehicles that had pretty much cornered me where I was at on Lakeshore Drive. They actually rammed the car, both sides.
What did you think?
So many things went through my head, and it was very intense for me because I had on one end, I'm ready to give up on life, and then the other end, here go these police again. I gotta fight them back, because that just really highlights the intensity between the disconnect between the community and the police. And I thought either I'm gonna kill myself or they're gonna kill me. So it really, really intensified everything that I was dealing with at that moment. There's a lot of mental illness that is going unaddressed in our community because it's taboo. We don't talk about it. And I've had my own stint that I'm glad I went through, because now I recognize it's okay to get help. When there's so many people that I was classified as ticking time bombs because they don't know it's okay to have someone to talk to. You're living below the poverty line. You're seeing dead bodies. Throughout your entire summer, your family members are being killed. Your government is not responding to your needs. It is okay to say, I need help.
People that have money and privilege in America, they get a lot of mental health support, and not going through 1/10 or 1/100th of the kind of experiences and traumas you feel on the South Side.
Yeah, they can afford it too. They can afford it. They got the time, and that's that's the thing that pains me about Chicago. It's the tale of two cities.
You know, even if he's saying I'm the biggest harlot in the world, even if I'm the most horrible, notorious Trump supporter in the world, what does that have to do with the fact? It doesn't negate from the fact that you are a stone cold diabolical liar, and use my child, his image, my tragedy to get money, to dupe citizens, to waste taxpayers' dollars over and over and over again for months. And I'm one person with a whole lot of hats. I don't have time to be entertaining things that are ridiculous. And as a grieving mother, I can't even say grieving. As a numb mother, the only thing I asked from my mother's family was that they let me have peace. And I don't feel like I should have been fighting for that in a funeral home of my son's memorial service 3 days after he died. I never called them. They showed up like the Beverly Hillbillies, and just, really, really made my life a living hell, to the point where I had to cancel my son's funeral. Okay, no adults. We're only going to throw party for the kids. During the worst time of my life. And I'm, I had to really, my grandmama used to say, pause twice before you talk. Pause twice before you react. Watch your mouth. Don't say everything you think. So I literally left the state of Indiana because it was too close to Chicago. It's lands you don't cross. And as a mama, I don't know how much more people think I'm supposed to take. And he's lying, calling up to hospital, making sure that he tells them he's the father and that he hasn't seen him to take pictures of him. And he stopped him from being an organ donor and helping other children live. That's the most disgusting, low, selfish stuff you can do. Because I won't do what you want me to do, which is bury my child. I don't ask anyone for anything. I have a business and I still don't ask anyone for anything. Why? Because I feel like you shouldn't have to give anything to receive anything. And growing up like that made me very independent, and that's why they hate it now. You can't do the worst things possible to people and then jump back and say, oh, God forgave me, so you have to too. You can't play with God. You can't play with the will of God. You can't play with karma in the universe. I don't even have to talk about God. You as a human shouldn't do other humans like that. And I could say, a whole lot of things about a whole lot of things, but the bottom line is my child is dead. He's not coming back. And at no point in time did anyone from my mother's side of the family reach out and say, how can we repair the deep wounds that we've inflicted so we can be family? If you really, really want something to heal, and you really, really are a pastor, and you really, really fear God's judgment, the hardest thing for you to do is forgive your enemies, if they really are your enemies. But don't make me an enemy because I don't agree with the things that you all cover up under the guise of God forgives me for this. You can't keep doing that to people. You can't keep duping people, frauding people, scamming people, and thinking it's okay. It's not cool. It's not cool. And sooner or later, I don't know who can get on, a live platform of 30,000 people and pretend to commit suicide. I don't know people that do stuff like that. And it's a real dark ass place to feel like you don't want to live no more, to feel like you don't have no hope and have no family, and to exploit that shit. I'm telling y'all, I don't have nothing to say about it that's positive. What should be put out there is at 14 years old, my son got acceptance letters into college. What should be put out there is that at 14, my son started a sock drive for homeless people. We have been bullied in my family too long. Them marching my child up in front of hundreds of people to pray gay demons out of him. And the cry I heard on the other side of the phone when doctors are telling me you're going to die was the hardest thing I ever had to hear. And for a little bit of comic relief, I did say, I'm going to tape they damn pictures up to the radiation flow so I can get strong enough and evil enough to beat they ass. But for what? I'm going to end up in jail. My son's still gone, and he still is profiting off of lies. How can you actually say that you took a bipolar woman, destitute woman's child, and raised him as your own, and now you're going to kill yourself because he really committed suicide, and less than 24 hours later, you on damn Facebook begging for money again. If y'all can't see what is going on, then I don't know what else to tell you. But I'm not willing to let the memory of my child be bullied. I'm not. And y'all can call it what you want. You can call me what you want. Actually, you can meet me anywhere you want, and you can say it to my face. But you're not going to lie on my child's legacy. He did not commit suicide. He was not hurt or, in a bad place, or, he, at 14 and 15-year-olds, boys buck up against their mama. And that's what happened last year when I found that I was really, really sick. So in order for me to keep him from even our surroundings, I moved to Arizona to save my life and for his. That's how much I love my child. And I asked him, what is your problem? What's your problem? You're acting a fool. What is your problem? I just don't understand why certain people won't love me. And I had to have the very sad conversation with my child that it's too many people that love and respect and would ride or die for you to be crying over the people that don't. I spent 30 years doing it. I'm not going to let you spend another second doing it. And he was fine. So, coming back to being fine and getting introduced to his home friends, the home he's been in all his life, because I moved from Chicago 17 years ago. It was just a joy for me to see him reconnecting and really focusing on his future and where him and Anna was going to go for college, and, what game him and Dakota was going to build, and how he was going to sneak up to Arizona and kidnap, frickin' frack, I call him. But I'm not going to let that boy say that my child committed suicide because he was anything. My child was happy. He was a dancer, and I let him be him and be free to be him. And if I'm going to hell for that, oh well. I shouldn't have to address this shit at all. I shouldn't. I'm not in a space to even care about anyone else's grief or guilt if you're trying to outgrieve a mother. I don't understand that. The antics got to stop. And I can't see because I'm in Indiana and I'm blocked for everything, but it's disheartening to wake up out your sleep to 5 million text messages and screenshots of people telling me it's back at it again. They're a bunch of scammers. I would seriously advise y'all not to invest money, time, love. Invest prayers. You want to invest something in them? Invest in prayers. I'm out of prayers and I'm out of being quiet. Like, it's only so much you can be humble before you snap.
And so the first thing that I want to say is thank you to every single individual who has been a part of fighting for Kenneka Jenkins. I'm convinced that had we not fought the way we fought and as hard as we fought, that this story would have been swept under the rug. When the news left, we were still there. And so there is some speculation based off of a Facebook Live that Mom has put out. And Mom said that she did not know about a fund. And I'm just going to go straight to the facts. And I'm going to say that it is impossible for that to be true because it's been done in a very public way. I said I'm going on record publicly several times to say that Mom knows about the Freedom Fund. And I personally went to Mom and asked her, can we raise funds for the people that are out here fighting, that are going to get cases, that need to eat, that have to be transported? Because this thing was taking a life of its own. And Mom, without any kind of disorientation, stood firm on her feet and looked at me and said, do it. Because she didn't want anybody associated with this fight to not have backup and resources. And so we told you all several times throughout this that we would give mom the ledger and we would show her what was spent, because, come on, y'all, you have many, many videos. You have so many things to refer to. Now we have tapes that we have to review. And in those tapes, and what I said we would do, we would give her the ledger. We would let her look at the ledger. We would show her what came in, what went out. It was sent electronically. Everything was accounted for. And I said that we would turn it over to mom, and we would let mom make the final decisions. And so over the last 48 hours, I was trying to get to mom. I have text messages in my phone to prove it. And I've been trying to get it, and it was very strange when mom went on Facebook Live and said that no one represents her family. It was very strange when she had said that she's not for division and that she didn't want no church attack, and she forgave him. And I knew at that moment that something was wrong. And so I told mom, because of the amount of attacks that even came after that, that I will pull back and go to the background. And so there are a lot of people that are surrounding me right now, and they're very hurt. People that have been here since the beginning. And I'm just going to show you a visual. I'm not going to speak for them. But Sheena's crying. Notoria's upset. What's your name? Michaela's upset. What's your name? Rashonda. Mika. In the back? Tasha. Young lady? Tawana. Toya. Tamara. Amir. White man. John. And John. All of these people have been here since the beginning. So I'm going to come back and say some stuff, but I'm going to let them come and express themselves. But I'm going to say this. We are so hurt because regardless of what any of the extra noise would be, we did everything we said we were going to do. We got the buses. We fed people. We showed up for jail support. We called mom to say we're showing her the ledger and she can have the money. And we're confused at how any of this could have been made to be looking like we tried to take advantage of her. People were staying in my home. They were not even in a hotel. We coordinated people's travel out of state. We did so much. We kept this alive. And so many people became connected to this. People became connected to this because of our fight. My mother been on her in a sick bed and doing surgery. I almost lost my biological mama. And I still went out and marched for her the next day. Sheena left her children with a babysitter and traveled all the way to Chicago. These people didn't deserve this. And this family has had 3 funding sources. And they never said anything to us about making sure the protesters was all right. We brought that to them. And when we said we were doing it, now you look at it because it's on record. We said out of our mouths, the funds that are going to the Freedom Fund are specifically for those who are fighting. And mom approved it. And we also said out of our mouths that, but also if you want to give for this family, they chose YouCaring.com. I didn't even know about the other 2 sources. I don't know, Mama Teresa, why you did this. But you hurt a lot of people. People are really breaking down. So I want to say 2 things, and I'm going to let the next person go. Number 1, for clarity, if you watch the first part of her video, she says, I just found out 2 days that people were collecting money. And then she goes on to say, and they told me that it was somewhere around $2,000 left. Well, that was us. So we were hiding or we were stealing. Why would we tell you that we collected funds? And as you know, the funds that we collected, this is what's left. And what do you want us to do with it? I text mom yesterday and I said, Mom, and I told you guys, and I got on Facebook Live this morning and I said, I'm going to fight from the background. But my heart was so broken because I was at Salem Baptist Church. I had just left from talking to Reverend Meeks and secured the House of Hope for her with a 10,000-seater church. And I text mom excited and I said, hey, you know, we got a 10,000-seat church, but the message that came behind it literally broke my heart. And I was like, because they were accusing us of being in cahoots with the hotel. That makes no sense. To me, it made no sense. And so I was like, well, what the hell we want? What do you want the church? And she said, no, somebody's going to get us the church. And I said, okay. I said, well, can I talk to you because I don't really understand where this is coming from or what's going on. And Then her guy came on and said that we were not to call anymore. But the reason why I wasn't out there is because I kept my word. I said I was going to march until Mama told me to stop. And out the blue, Mama told me to stop. I don't think that this is Mama Teresa. I'm convinced that this is the people that's around her.
I didn't even know all this was going on, but I know I drove all the way to Rosemont to march, knowing I don't feel good.
You text me, you hear me?
Yeah, I don't. I'm struggling to talk right now. But I don't know where the accusation's coming from. But I know that it was known that we had a freedom fund for the protesters, which is separate from Teresa's own fund for her daughter and her lawyers and all that stuff to get paid for.
Point blank period, somebody just money hungry.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It wasn't supposed, that wasn't her money in the first place. They just asked what to do with the rest of it, which was really an offer to her. She said keep it to the protesters over. She said that in her own video. So all the people that's sending me, blowing up my phone right now, ain't nobody steal no money. Ain't no please tell me this ain't true. Y'all know what it is. Ain't nobody got to steal money. We all make money. We got an income. But at the same time, we can't afford to take care of how many people be coming out. Friday was like 3,000. 2,000. We can't afford to take care of all them people by ourselves. So everybody on here know that y'all was donating. And y'all know what y'all was donating to. And y'all know what we was using it for. Because I ain't got no new pair of shoes. I ain't got no new vehicle. Ain't nobody pay my rent.
No new iPhone.
None of my bills got paid from this. None of that. No. Nobody got paid. We don't get paid for doing what we do. Period. I ain't never seen nobody get paid for this. Then nobody offer to pay. Except for the donations. And we used it accordingly. So, get out of here with that.
So, she was money hungry, right or wrong?
Hold on, y'all.
I ain't accusing nobody of nothing, but this bogus though, I know that.
It's bullshit.
Good Sheena, y'all.
Take your time. Tell me how you feel. Take your time. Put it in God's hands and let it go out.
People sacrificing time, money, all their energy, health.
They children.
So let me start by telling you all that I am gainfully fucking employed. I don't need anybody's money. And that fund started with $800 of my own money. I put that in. I talked to Mama myself. She asked me over the last 2 days, including today, to please continue on. Me. Okay? I said, I started with this team. I'm going to continue with this team. I had concerns at that point in time because I realized that somebody was in her ear. I'm the one who went to her and said, look, at some point, we're collecting these funds. We need to sit down and we need to go over what's come in and what's come out. She didn't come to me. I went to her and I told her that.
It just don't add up.
It's hurtful. It's hurtful. Because you try to help people out of the kindness of your heart. I haven't used $1 in that fund for anything. I bought my own flight. I took care of my own stuff. Anything that needed to be done, we did. Even after she told Jed that she was okay and didn't need anything, I called him last night after I left the protest and went to the bus and knew that there were people there who needed places to stay and said, look, we got to do something with these people. Jed opened up his house. Said, bring them over here. That's where they slept last night. That's where they are right now. This shit is hurtful. And I'm not going to be politically correct. Because ultimately, the shit that just went down, that is slander. That's defamation of character. I don't play with shit like that. Clearly somebody is in her ear. And I felt that yesterday while I was at the protest. I felt that. I felt that. I sensed that. Even though Mama looked me in my eyes and said, I appreciate you for all that you're doing. There are a lot of funds out there that are being collected, and you all are the only ones who came to me and talked to me about it. The only ones. I'm outdone. I'm just completely outdone. Outdone.
Then she keep posting it on Facebook. Y'all, she got everybody's number.
She
call.
does.
You too
I
grown
talked
for
to
that.
her today. I talked to her daughter today.
Too grown.
Today.
That's why I deleted Facebook in the first place. Drama.
Today.
Too much drama.
At any point in time, anybody wanted to reach out to me, they knew.
And I've been calling.
They
and
knew how to
texting
reach
her all day. I didn't even know she was ignoring me because of this.
Who in cahoots with the hotel? I'm the person that told y'all not just that hotel, but every single hotel that they own. Don't rock with them. Don't rock with them. I don't need to be in cahoots with nobody. Ain't never been nobody's sellout.
Period.
But I guarantee you this.
It definitely is a distraction.
Don't ask me for shit else. No. And any of y'all that has some negative shit to say on my live or whatever, I'm blocking y'all. Y'all ignorant ass.
Nobody
Got time for that. Got me fucked up.
It's a lot of people in
I
here.
don't have to be nice about it.
It's a lot of people in
Tired
here.
of being fucking nice.
Sheena,
Shit.
please. There's a lot of people in here that's hurt. But what I'm glad about is the videos won't lie. Hey, we still got the ledger. And
She said the protest is over. She said.
I'm going to say
And we going to get Ethan next.
we're going to go get him out of jail.